Hey guys, I want to talk with you about power and control in an abusive relationship because I'm noticing a correlation between the way Christopher Watt's wife treated him, seeming to need to have total power and control over him, and the way the attackers have been treating those of us who have been discussing this case for the last year. Take a look at how she took control of his life. When they met, she didn't like it that he was going to the gym every day, so she told him to stop going to the gym, and he did. She treated his friends like absolute shit. But instead of ever owning up to her own behavior, instead, Christopher Watts would go and apologize to his friends for her bad behavior, saying she was just having a bad day. She accused his mother and sister of cross-contaminating the food for one of the bridal showers. She accused his sister of not mailing out the invitations. And she fired his sister from the bridal party, saying that she was upset because his sister wasn't able to take the entire week off work leading up to the wedding. Well, of course, his sister had an actual career, a job, a good job. She was able to still make it to all of the parties, but that wasn't good enough. Surprise, surprise, his family didn't go to the wedding. And in my opinion, that was exactly Bridezilla's plan. She convinced Christopher Watts that her doctor said she had to move to Colorado for her health challenges, and then she convinced Christopher Watts that she was able to magically stop taking 28 different medications because they did move to Colorado. Fast forward 6 years after the wedding, when she was trying so desperately to convince Christopher Watts that his parents were bad people. His parents were not bad people, and they never put Bella and Cece in any danger at all. She was lying. She was absolutely lying in her attempts to turn her husband against his parents. And it didn't work. She was losing total power and control over her husband. And as time went on, she became more desperate and more frantic to try to get him back under her control. But you know what? Too late, sister, too late. Because by that time, Christopher Watts was seeing what others had been seeing all along. I believe that Christopher Watts was telling the truth when he said he did not murder Bella and Cece. And I believe that the reason his wife did not react when he became angry and upset and attacked her is because I think she was already dead. I believe that Christopher Watts pleaded guilty because I think that Christopher Watts feels guilty for not protecting his children and for not being able to help his wife. Fast forward 1 year after the tragedy. We've had 12 months straight of being attacked for simply discussing a true crime case on social media. I've been discussing true crime cases on social media for over 10 years. and I have never seen such a circus like what's happening right now and for the last year with the case of Christopher Watts. For some strange reason, there is a group of people who think it's within their power and their right to attack us, to harass us, to commit slander and libel against us, to commit defamation, to commit the crimes of online harassment, bullying, and stalking, to dox us, to inflict intentionally emotional distress, to make harassing phone calls to our family and friends, to post false comments and false posts on other websites full of their lies about us. They think it's okay to harm other people because for some weird reason, they are attempting to have total power and control over our discussions. Well, guess what? My personality is far different than Christopher Watts' personality when he was married to his wife. I'm not a doormat. I'm not gullible. I am not naive. And I am not going to hand over my power and control to a bunch of abusers.
There's a dedicated group of people who are just going out there and constantly, reporting and trying to get back at these people.
Did you hear that? A dedicated group of people constantly reporting and trying to get back at these people. Is that how they justify attacking us? Trying to get back at these people for what? Christopher Watts and his wife posted videos all over social media. The discovery docs were released to the public. And so were all of those Facebook comments she made. Our discussion groups and our channel have the right to discuss a high-profile true crime case that has already been plastered all over social media. And simply by discussing this case, it does not give anybody the right to harass us, to attack us, to harm us in any way. So to you attackers who seem to be craving total power and control over the discussion on this case, you have zero power and control over this channel. So you can just go take a flying leap.